Yo, you listening to JaydBo radio? Did he say that? Nah, well, maybe so. But you still know it's all gravy, though. Around here, sometimes it get crazy, yo. But you know we keep it 100. He hide in the sky, but nah, he ain't blunted. And this here, everybody can't stomach. But trust me, y'all cats want it. It's JaydBo.
Yo, what up, world? It's your boy JaydBo back in effect, live and in color, right here in Syncopation Studios. You know what I'm saying? As of course, I have my man Harpy Harp on the one and twos. You know what I'm saying? Dev just laced the intro, which I know you was loving, and welcome to the show. Hey, before we get started, make sure at any point you want to contact me is jaydoboradioshow@gmail.com, or you can tweet me at jaydoboradioshow at Twitter. Either one of those will get back to me. As a matter of fact, Gabe, thank you very much, my brother, for my homie from way back. Thanks for the email. Hopefully you got my response, and thank you for commenting. I truly appreciate it. Hey, but as we get into the show this week, this week we're going to start with a new subject. We're going to talk about boxing. So we're going to go to Julio Cesar Chavez. His son was fighting last week. You want to hear my comments on that? Is LeBron A-Rod? And you know how I feel about A-Rod. LeBron, come on, man. We need more than that. And then lastly, just a continuation on our stupid versus racism. I think that's just going to be what they call a JaydBo. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have an S-Bose? It's going to be a JaydBo. You know what I mean? Because we got a lot of thoughts, a lot of comments about it in my Facebook and on Gmail and Twitter. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to keep that running this week. It's a good thing. We're going to do it. So that's the show for this week. Stay tuned. Hey, let's roll into the first topic. Matter of fact, before I do that, this week was a big week for my family. Why? My cousin Okoye Dixon out of Washington High School right here in San Francisco.
Yes!
Was drafted in the 12th round by the Dodgers. So, you know I'm a Giants fan, but I'm loving the Dodgers right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they took a chance on my cousin. He's going to do his thing. Cuz, do your thing, boy.
Yes!
And he's second generation. Just so you know, his dad also played in the majors. Richie Dixon played for the Giants. It was a short little career, but nonetheless, he made it. I mean, come on, man. That takes a lot. So, Okoye, man, we love you. Do your thing, boy. Do your thing. I heard that. So, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He fought last week. He won the middleweight title from Sebastian Zwick from Europe. It was a nice fight. I think Julio Cesar Chavez showed his skills. He's really an inside fighter, strong inside presence. Was able to go to the body, got Zwick's hands down, and was able to punish him in the later rounds. He lost the first couple rounds, but was able to punish him in the later rounds and won the middleweight title. And they're thinking he's going to take. Bob Arum said he's going to take another fight before in the latter part of this year. And then the big fight that they're looking forward to is Miguel Cotto in the spring of 2012. They're going to have it in San Antonio, and you know they're going to sell that thing out. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in San Antonio? Man. The only thing better is that they do it on May 5th, you know what I'm saying, Cinco de Mayo. Other than that, man, it's going to be so loud. Man, I wish I could promote that fight. But Cesar looked good. And, you know, taking after his dad, is a real strong fighter, real hard to the body, strong for his size, and we'll see, you know. Boxing, right on, man. You're on the scene, and you get a little credibility after you deal with Sylvester Stallone, and we'll talk about that in the next show. Moving on to the next topic. LeBron, come on, man. No points in the fourth quarter in Game 4 and 5. Now, again, in the intro, I said, is LeBron A-Rod? Now, you know how I feel about A-Rod. A-Rod will get you 30 home runs from April to August. I mean, he's unstoppable. In September and October, he is beyond stoppable. You know what I'm saying? So, the question I have for you, LeBron, is what's going on in the fourth quarter, man? I mean, it's time you stop being a distributor. We don't need distributions at that point. What we need you to do is score. When you're down by 4 and you're still passing the ball to damn Adonis Haslam for the 12-foot jumper, man, what is that about, bro? You got to take that shot. When you're still trying to pass the ball off to the little point guard.
Chalmers.
Yeah, Chalmers. Come on, man, take the shot. If you LeBron, 2 weeks ago, Scottie Pippen was saying you was better than Jordan. I ain't never seen Jordan pass up nothing, bro. He ain't passed up no shot. So if you want to be the man, take the shot, bro. I mean, seriously, you can't go 0 points, the minimum, in the fourth quarter. Come on, man. And not be the greatest ever. You ain't going to win no championship like that. Y'all about to lose behind you. Get it together, man. Take the shot. If the booty hole get tight, problem. That's a problem, bro. Hey, so lastly, in our last little subject, again, man, with the stupid versus racism, another little spin on it This week, USC got their 2000 national championship stripped. The one I think was 2004 stripped. The team that Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart and all those guys was on, and of course ESPN ran a big thing. Of course they're showing Reggie Bush, and he was the fall. This was the question I got for everybody though. You have at every university now there is a compliance officer that they pay several $100,000 a year for one reason, to make sure the teams are in compliance, all teams. Not only that, then you are the only football franchise in LA. So there wasn't a microscope on that program, and you're telling me Pete Carroll didn't know nothing about it? And so this is the thing. Pete Carroll says, I didn't know anything about it. So what they do to him is he steps away and go get the job at Seattle where he's making, what, $4 million a year? But now Reggie Bush has to get back his Heisman. He's got his name ran through. And they're talking about Terrell Pryor. His legacy will be that he got Jim Tressel fired. Come on, man. Look, this is just a short list of coaches that have been involved, that have their programs involved in illegal stuff and have gone on to glory. Because we have, of course, Pete Carroll. Then you have John Calipari. I mean, how many times he's been in trouble, right? He stays in trouble. Then you have Lon Kruger, who was at USC the same time. O.J. Mayo was on the payroll, and Lon Kruger's got another job. And then the best of all, this is the capper. And you probably didn't hear about this, but Arizona State's baseball team is on probation for the same sort of violations, and they're right now in the NCAA NCAA World Series for baseball. Next year, they can't go to that series. Why? The same kind of violations that Reggie Bush was doing. Reggie Bush was on the cover of Dubs magazine with a Chevy Caprice on 24s at 19 years old. Nobody thought to say, wait a minute, something ain't right here. You know what I'm saying? So now he's the fall guy, and his reputation is ruined, and nobody's investigating. What happened to the compliance officer? Where's Pete Carroll in all this? Where's the assistant coaches? Everybody knows a kid comes from San Diego in the ghetto. How are you going to have a car on 24s? Come on, man. So we're going to continue to talk about this because every week they come out with this thing and they're blackballing the athletes, and they're the only ones taking the fall, and the coaches are getting away scot-free and getting jobs and making millions of dollars, excuse me. And only ones, getting really hurt is Reggie Bushes of the world and Terrell Pryor's. And nobody, it's funny how nobody's talking about Cam Newton. And he took that money. But if so many people got paid, they didn't want to talk about it. But eventually, as soon as Cam Newton ticks off the right person, I guarantee his name will be up too. So, hey, that's our show for this week. Next week, when we come back, we're gonna do a recap on the Super 6 fighting championship. We're gonna focus on our number one guy, Andre Ward, right here from Oakland. I know he's gonna take it, and so we're gonna talk about that. I'll give you more information. And again, hey, I want to thank you for tuning in, man. It's been a great show. I appreciate your attention. And again, if you ever want to get in touch with me, it's jaydoboradioshow@gmail.com or jaydoboradioshow at Twitter. Either one of those will get information to me, and we can address your questions and concerns right here on the show, man. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Peace.